Hi guys, it's me again, alone. And why? Because I just felt so inspired to share my experience, because I was reading Dr. Joe Dispenza, How to Become Supernatural, or Becoming Supernatural. And this book inspires me and reminds me of what I have experienced before I even knew people that are interested in stuff like that, or before I wasn't taught about spirituality ever by anyone that I really knew in my past, and I was just doing things naturally and intuitively because I was just always so connected. As a little child, I used to have all of these experiences. So anyway, I wanted to say, get your water, your crystal, grab some fruit, some vegetables, whatever, some popcorn. So we're just gonna talk about, my little experiences that I really want to share that were actually crazy. All right. So a really crazy experience that I really remember. I mean, I remember every experience that I had, but this one was
just intense. Okay, so I was in Miami
in my apartment, and I was just like looking into the mirror because my bed was like straight, and in front of me was a mirror. And you should never sleep with a mirror in front of your bed, by the way, just because your soul, goes out of your body and you could have nightmares or just sleeping problems. I used to always just cover that mirror, but that day I was just sitting on my bed and really relaxed. And I read this, he had a similar experience, and that's why I'm like, oh my god, that reminds me of what I experienced 3 years ago. And back then I didn't read this. Now that I'm reading this, I'm like, oh my god, this reminds me of me. This is what I used to do when I had no idea what I was doing, but I was just doing it naturally. And so I'm so thankful. Excuse me, I'm stuttering, but I'm so excited because I'm actually, these are the moments that you realize, wow, I'm connected, naturally. And this is wow. Anyways, I was just sitting like this, and I was so relaxed. I was just getting into a trance state, into a meditative state. I was relaxing my body, calming my mind, didn't think of anything, and I was just looking at the mirror, just looking at me. And I started to meditate with my eyes open. It's this trance state, and I suddenly notice I see that there are all my past lives and my ancestors. And instead of my real face, I started seeing different people. I became different people. I'm telling you guys, first I was I saw different faces of so many different men, so many different women, but I saw more men than women, but I saw a lot of different faces. And I knew in my heart and soul that these were my past lives. These are the people that I'm connected to still because of my past lives, my soul, and that they're also my ancestors. And it was so crazy. Imagine just looking at the mirror and you don't see yourself. You just start seeing a man, and then a different man, and then and it's just switching, right? It's switching. First you see this, and then you see another face. It's crazy. And it's funny because they were all black and white. It wasn't really colorful. I could see if the person had brown eyes or brown or blonde, but it wasn't as colorful. It was more a black and white picture, basically, but still an alive picture. So yeah, that was one of those. And then that was also really crazy to me because I was wide awake, and I woke up in the middle of the night at, I think it was 4 or 3 a.m. By the way, if you do wake up regularly, because sometimes we have weeks where we just start waking up at 3 a.m. for the past 4 days, and that's also a message to you, hey, wake up. Spirit is telling you to meditate right now. This is your chance to manifest something into your life, or Spirit wants to show you something. I'm getting goosebumps because I feel so inspired about this topic, and I just feel pushed by my ancestors and my spirits to, and my soul to share this with you guys, because this is everything to me.
I woke up and I'm like, okay, I need to listen. This is my time to listen now. Like something wants to show me something.
And so I go up to my window intuitively. Okay? Not in my room. It was in the dining room. I go to the window and there's a light outside, a little lamp, right? A lantern. And then I look at this lantern and then my vision starts to like play. I started playing with my vision, because your pupils are like a lens of a camera, you know. You can focus, defocus, you can choose what you focus on, right? That's that. And you can start seeing completely different new things, because your third eye then activates. So when your third eye activates, when you focus on it, it starts pulsating. Maybe you can feel that. And then it also opens up, and you open up to the possibilities and information and just everything that you need to know right now and right here, right? So I was doing that, and then I started seeing these little images, like it was like a movie, it was like an old time film. So I started seeing these little images playing in front of my eyes, and I didn't see the window anymore. I didn't see the outside because it was dark outside. I didn't see the light, and the light, I feel like the light gave me the opportunity also, like through my third eye, I chose that light. And the window, because the window, it was like, that window was so interesting in that apartment, because it was like, it had a double, it was like a double window. I can't explain it because I don't really know, but like window on window, and it reflected certain things really interestingly. I started seeing like these images of my life, of my future. I'm like, oh my God, this is my future. Like, I felt it, I heard it, I smelled it, I sensed it, I tasted it, I could see it. It was like I was watching my own movie. Like, I think he also described something about like a meditation of like making like a mind movie and then rewatching that movie to reprogram your whole entire life. So this other thing happened, and I used to know people that were kind of very mad, like they had a lot of like control over their own ability in you know, manipulating like something physical, you know, like water, fire, earth. I do that with fire too, for instance. Haven't tried it with water. Well, I've done it with water, but in a different way. But I always try to control the fire, basically like the flame. So I remember I was in the train a couple of years ago. I was in a train and I was like, you know what? Let me try this with a human. And no, don't worry, I don't do this to any human being. I think it's wrong. Don't ever like manipulate someone or basically go into someone's body just to get something that you want. But it was, for me, it was more practice, and I didn't want anything from this person. I didn't know this person, and it was just practice for me. So I go, like I was in the train, and in front of me was this like a man, and he was sleeping, and I didn't want him to miss his station to get out. And so instead of me being like, hey, wake up, you know, just don't miss it, I wanted to wake him up in a more mental way. I wanted to get into his spirit, into his menti, to actually wake him up, if that makes sense to you guys. So what I did is I tried, and oh my God, I just had an out-of-body experience. I swear to God. Oh my God. This is my soul talking, by the way. I'm not the human right now. I'm not in my body right now. Like, I'm out of my body. I can feel it. I can observe myself. Like, I'm observing myself from a higher perspective, and I see and hear myself completely different. I hear myself as if I would be someone else right now. So I went into his body, and first I told him, wake up, wake up, wake up. And I went out of my body, you know, my spirit went onto his lap, and I started like doing this to him, like, wake up, hello. And he didn't really like, he made like a little like a little movement, but he didn't really wake up. And so I started, this is kind of weird, but like, I mean, I just wanted to, I gave him this image. I sent this image to his brain, you know? So I started, my spirit, okay, not the body, the spirit just started giving him a lap dance. And he still didn't budge. And then the moment when I like lifted my shirt, my spirit, not the body, okay, I sent him this image into his brain. This is how he was like, and then he just like looks at me and is so confused, and I swear to God, I was trying so hard not to laugh. And like literally that happened the moment when I lifted my shirt and went like with my boobies. That's when he woke up and was like, what the heck? Like, what was that? Like because he thought it was so real. Like in his dream, he thought that actually happened. He thought that that he's in the train and someone is actually doing that to him. That's why he woke up like that. And so it's crazy where you can like, I like believe in these things because they're all possible. But that's it for today. I have so much more stories to share, but these are like my top 3 that I just came out right now and that I feel like I needed to share with you guys. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later or after this video.
Your only competition is you and yourself. Remember